interest rates on car loans in Seattle are currently averaging 3.2%, which makes the purchase of a car a little easier to stomach if a person's old car has decided to fall apart at the worst possible moment. For used cars in the Seattle area, interest rates are only slightly higher and still make buying a used car a good investment to get around an area that spreads over 140 square miles. While the city has an extensive public transit system, there is still a need for a person to get where he or she needs to get to without being dependent on a bus or a commuter train schedules. Though it's an expensive investment, it means freedom to the average Seattle driver, especially when bad weather hits the city or holiday schedules make mass transit almost useless. The average cost nationwide for new cars runs about $26,000, while those of certified pre-owned cars have around $15,000. This puts the upfront costs for most people out of reach without the help of car loans. In Seattle, there's a large number of lending institutions that make financing available to people from all economic backgrounds. In particular, the subprime lending market that offers car loans to people with bad credit is highly competitive and gives a certain degree of hope to those struggling with poor credit. For the new car buyer, not only are there thousands of car dealers with an online presence, there are just as many auto loan companies that do a thriving internet business, giving the consumer an incredible level of convenience when it comes to the right source of financing. Car loans no longer are a matter of spending hours of nail-biting agony with a loan officer. In addition to lenders and car dealers, Seattle residents can find out how much they should be paying for a replacement vehicle, even before they set foot in a car lot. Kelley Blue Book has a comprehensive website devoted to new and used car reviews, as well as financing advice delivered in a language any prospective car buyer can understand. Edmunds also has a website with all the consumer information a car shopper needs to find a vehicle in his or her price range, and can tailor those purchasing options specifically for the Seattle consumer. In-depth information on car makes and models that speak to the everyday driver and not just the gearhead, Consumer Reports website gives unbiased opinions on their own testing standards. Car buying is always a matter of research if the consumer wishes to make a smart purchase, and the internet can make that study time a lot less painful. Without having to cover miles in search of the right Seattle-based lender or auto dealership, a potential car buyer can find all the information he or she needs to make the right choice for his or her budget. Citywide, there's a sensible deal waiting for any car shopper when it comes to finding car loans in Seattle, without a lot of legwork. Federal Auto Loan. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, all good.